Good morning, everybody. This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. I've accumulated a large number of new cards here for my collection, and I didn't expect them to accumulate so quickly. So I went ahead and scanned them yesterday and input them in the website. So you can see them all at CansecoCollector.com. There's about 75 editions again, which I'm backing up 100 item edition, I guess dump or something, I guess you could say, from last month. So it's been kind of crazy. So I'll go ahead and jump in and show you what I have. Okay, to start off, we've got some buybacks here. This is 2017 Topps Rediscovery. So you know that they've got the bronze, silver, gold, blue, and red stamps. So here's what I have so far. That wasn't loaded in until yesterday. I think I've got about 20 or so far. And then this is my 99th Archive Signature Series card. So that's I've got one more to go to hit 100 there, which is kind of cool. So anyways, I've got a lot that I still need to get. So if you have any Cansecos, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Going forward, let me pull this pile right here. So I finally picked up this. This isn't a big card. It's from 1998. This is kind of funny because I had it on my website showing I had it, but there's a parallel of this that's there's only 55 copies, but it's like absolutely impossible to find. And so I was thinking, oh no. So I went into my collection and I found that I did not have the one that's impossible to find. So it's kind of like whenever you see that in your collection, you're like, it's not a good feeling when you think you have like a very, very hard to get card, but you actually don't. Well, as it turns out, I had the hard to find card. I just didn't have the base card. So it's kind of cool. But anyway, so here it is. Gosh, probably a 50-cent card, if that. But anyways, it is in my collection now. I also picked up this because the one I have just has a little bit of stitching, but this one actually has a little bit of the Logo Man on the baseball. So I thought that was kind of a cool card. These next three, there's nothing too crazy big about these other than this is normally serial numbered to 2500 and there's no serial number. So this is going to probably be significantly more rare than the one that has the serial number. So I like those because a lot of times these are can either be bankruptcy cards, like they're made to as replacements if somebody sends a card in that was damaged, or they could be executive cards where they would have been sent out to executives only. So these are neat cards. I really do like those. I've got a number of them in my collection. And the same thing goes for this. This is a very nice card. It's kind of got a refractor feel. And if you look on the back, right here, normally it would say numbered out of 100, but this doesn't have that serial number. So is this a 1 of 1? Probably not. But are there more than 5 out there? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think so. But either way, I wanted to get this also because my serial numbered copy of this is actually kind of in pretty bad shape. So, and it's such a beautiful card. So I wanted to get that. And it took a little while for this guy to get in the mail here, but this is one of the Fleer bankruptcy type cards that doesn't have a serial number on it. So this normally is serial number to 201. I think there's a stamp that would be here normally, but there is not. So there's not too many of these guys floating around there. I've seen one other, I think, and that's it. So that's kind of neat. And I recently just picked up a printing plate of the same card, so that's kind of a cool run to the rainbow there, I guess you could say. Here's one of those significantly horribly miscut cards, slightly off center top to bottom, but it's got Bo Jackson there too. I really like these. I think they're really cool for some reason. I don't like them when they're like just a little off cut or something like that, but if they're really like this, I mean that's pretty big. I might have another one in here actually. Thought I did. Oh, anyways. So yeah, it's kind of a cool thing. And this is from the pre-production sample. So you see the back there. So that's neat. A lot of these coming up, they're prime cuts and pantheons. And I almost see them kind of like the same type of card. You know, this is a dual bat auto. This is a jersey auto. The jersey's kind of dirty. That's kind of cool. It's numbered to 25. This is numbered to 49. This is numbered to 25, I believe. Yeah. And this actually, I have the one of this, and it's one of my favorite cards because it's beautiful. They did the holofoil. I showed that to y'all later or earlier, but anyway, this is numbered to 25. So there's 4 of those guys. And last but not least for this pile, anyway, is this card here. So this is a Timeless Treasures card. It's numbered to 25, and it's just a bat card. But I had never seen one up for sale before, ever. And this is from like 2005. Yeah, 2005. So it's been out for 12 years, and I just hadn't seen one before. So very happy to have that. Of course, I've only been really at this for about 3 years, but still, it's always nice to pick up a card that's so low numbered, that's so old, because we're so used to getting these cards that are numbered to 25 like within a month of when they're listed. You know what I mean? Because like everybody's opening all the case breakers, and there's this huge flood of them, just whoosh, all kinds of cards, 25 and 10 and all that. And then after a year, they're like gone, So whenever you get them like this and they're out there for about 10 years, it's a big difference. So anyway, see what else I want to show. All right, here's another pile here. All right, so this is kind of a thick pile, and I'll tell you why in a sec here. So here's an Invincible Blue from Pacific. This is numbered 67. I love the Pacific cards, and I'm closing in on having the entire run. I think I need about, if I remember correctly, maybe about 12 more. A lot of these cards are just really difficult to find, so I'm very happy to keep pecking away at these guys. So little by little, it seems like they keep coming in. So this is a game ball signature from National Treasures. They actually had followed up this their 2015 set, I believe, with the same type of card. So it's kind of neat to have another version of it. So this is of him on the Rangers. So yeah, it's neat. I like these. They're fairly cheap cards, and they have the manufactured baseball, front there kind of thing. It's actual leather type material with the string and everything, but it's not cut from real baseball or anything like that. So, but it's still really neat. This one had been in my box for a while of doubles, and I decided to go ahead and put it in because it's it's kind of a funny thing. But if you've ever noticed, like the 1987 Topps card, there's like 3 green dots right here on the card. So on every single copy that you can see. Well, the thing is this doesn't really have that. I'm going to pull this out of the holder and inspect it here real quick. Yeah, I mean, you might be able to faintly see it, but maybe not. It's not even really detectable, but on every other single 87 Topps card, you can see it. Let me see. I've got a... Okay, so here's a copy of it here. So you see this right here? The Phantom UFO 1987 Topps green lights there. Every 87 Topps card has that. So this does not. And the reason why, for what I believe anyhow, is it looks like they double printed this or something, because everything is so much darker. Let me pull back this other card here. You can see the difference right off. So for me, I don't really do like too crazy of errors or misprints or whatever, but this one was kind of significant, if anything, because it was the 1987 Topps card, and I've never seen another one like this before. So, I mean, the back's the same and everything, and I don't think it's any... I don't know if there's any difference on the back. Well... yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a little darker. I'm not really sure. But anyhow, the front is the reason why I singled it out. And it had been in my doubles box for a while, and I was thinking, I don't know if I want to integrate this into my collection or not. And yeah, after a while, yeah, I absolutely do. It's a cool little variation. Everything is so much darker on it, and kind of a neat thing. And I guess whenever it comes to a key card like this, and being that there's probably a couple million of them out there, anytime there's something that's that significantly different on it, I'll definitely, I definitely like to have it for my collection. Just it changes the overall look. All the black is just so much heavier on it, and the UFO lights are gone. So that's kind of cool. Anyway. This is this is the other one. So this is a 92 Studio Heritage. This is a miscut. You have like the printing codes here. I love this stuff too. This is kind of cool. It's the exact same size as a regular card. It's got it on the back as well. So anything that I can get like this that's, clearly not how it was supposed to have been, I love. So I got this from a sheet, and I think I told you all that before, but I've got about 3 or 4 different variations. So, and that sheet is like tough as nails to get. I mean, I've never seen an uncut sheet before, so, of the Studio Heritage, and such a beautiful set. And so, hey, I don't mind having 4 or 5 different variations of that. I love it, actually. All right, so this is something that I've seen floating around for a while. I picked this up real cheap. It is in oversized proof, so it's probably cut from a sheet. Again, these you don't really see pop up too often because it wouldn't fit in its package because it's bigger. See how it goes from it fills up the entire top loader. Let me show you the difference here. You see that? Like it's noticeably bigger. So I like these things too, again, just because it kind of tells a story that, it was never put into production, so those kind of things I like. And the neat thing is like with the regular card, it cuts off like down here, so you can't even see a lot of the bat and the ball and everything. So this one you can. So I'm not sure how many of these are floating out. It's not a big card, but it is kind of a fun thing to, to have in there that a lot of other folks don't. And this is right here. This is from a 1990 Barry Cola set. And so Barry Cola did a lot of really great photography back in the day. He might still, I don't know anything about him, but I just know that there's several sets of numerous players that he had featured in his cards. And so they're kind of almost seen as Broder type of cards. But if I recall correctly, I believe that Mother's Cookies might view some of his pictures. I'm not really sure, but this is a promo card from one of the sets that, there's like a set of 10 or 15 or something like that, that they would sell in a little green box, and it had Jose on the front. And the difference between, the normal ones and this one is this. There's actually a sticker that they put over the regular card that would say, to order, go to this place and call here. Well, they changed it to the Chattanooga Coin Company with a different phone number. So I've never seen this before, and so I thought this was a really neat little variation. I mean, cards like this, they never come online, and they never show themselves, and a lot of people will not even notice the difference because they're just looking at the front. Oh, okay, this is kind of neat, and they never take a look at the back. And when you take a look, there's a clear, like a sticker that's overlaid on it. So, and I mean, player collectors love this stuff, and I want to show you kind of what it looks like here. So you see that they literally put something over the card itself, and yeah, I mean, anything you could do to differentiate your collection from others. I mean, this is one of those things that does it for sure. So, especially when it comes to the Cola type set. So, the rest of these are very similar. So there's probably, I don't know, 25 or 30 cards here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about these. These are from the Star Company here. Now, I'll probably do a complete video on the Star Company type cards because they did play a fairly, I don't want to say necessarily significant role in the 80s and 90s, but they did play a noticeable role as far as cards go, because when all of the card companies, Topps, Fleer, Score, Donruss, all them, were putting out cards by packs and they were selling them or printing them by the millions, the Star Company was printing them out by the hundreds. So some of the sets, they would be limited to 2,000 or 1,000 or 500 or whatever. And they weren't in packs ever. They were actually sold as sets and the promos as well. So they would do all kinds of different types of players. They would be obviously Canseco or Will Clark, Wade Boggs, Roger Clemens, Nolan Ryan, Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, all the big guys, right? So the funny thing about those, the star cards, is that for Canseco at least, Beckett checklisted in their huge thick book probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the sets or something. There were probably, I'd have to count, but I mean, I don't know, 30 sets and 30 different variations of them or something. So, maybe 15 or 20 different sets, and then each of them, or a lot of them, had like a glossy version or matte version. And so nobody really knows what the complete checklist is of them. But this is kind of a neat addition that they've been online for a while, and I figure I'd go ahead and pull the trigger because of something else I got from the same seller. Let me start off with these guys here. So here's the set, or one of the sets. It's a 1988 Star Green set, but what you'll notice is, if you look closely, a couple things will pop out to you. Number one, there's a noticeable white line that goes to the left and to the bottom. And number two, it only faintly says a number there. So 1985 for that, and then it'll say top rookie 1988. These normally will have gold, and you can check at cansecocollector.com if you look at 1988 Star Green, I believe. Or maybe this is called the 1988 Star Gold set. Maybe that's what it was, yeah. And they would have gold foil on them. So these do not. This is kind of like a test set, or or like a test error run set, I guess you could call it, because they probably looked at this white line. They go, we can't do this. Let's try something else. Instead of scrapping it, the set is now in my collection. So it's kind of a neat thing, because there might only be a few others of those out there. So, and the same goes for this. Now, this is kind of even more interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you look closely, if it'll show you, probably won't show you on the camera. Oh well, anyways, there's still text at the bottom of each of them. Probably one of my favorites is this one. It says, let me get in the light here. It says 1986 AL Cy Young Award. So, or no, just 86 AL Cy Young. So this is great, because if you didn't know that Canseco won the Cy Young Award for pitching in 86, there you go. There's the proof. But this is supposed to be, I believe, another type of green set, but it's actually all blue. They're all blue borders. And then, of course, there's also another, that white offset, but this time on the right and the bottom, and no foil. So that's what the back looks like. So Canseco didn't have a blue set. And also, this is double printed. So if you look at the pictures, they're all going to be a little bit blurry. You see that? So that's not the camera. That actually literally says Canseco on the back of his jersey there. So all of them are just a little bit blurry. And so it's kind of a neat little set that, Star tried to do, and they said, no, we can't do this. And so they got rid of it. I mean, this is kind of the stuff that I really enjoy, because everybody's got the regular version of this set, right? I mean, they sells for a couple bucks, and it's a cool little set to have, but I don't know if anybody else anywhere has anything like this. And the cherry on top is the last card here. It's actually purple. That's weird. My camera doesn't really show it as being purple. Show a difference here. It almost doesn't show on camera the difference, even when putting them together. In hand, there's a significant difference in in color. This is a lot more purple than it looks. So I also have, so that's 2 sets right there, 2 full sets of the test errors, and I also have these 3 promos. So these are promo cards. They're blank backs, and so you have this one, which is crazy blurry. So they obviously couldn't use that, and it's even coming off of the deal there. I don't know if this was just a test that they're doing or what, but you also have this. This is kind of like a better version of the regular promo that they did, because it says promo here. It's clear, but maybe the white line caused them not to use this one. I don't know, but there's no foil on it. And this one here, they said, okay, well, we want this to be the promo. And they go, oh, wait, no, we can't do the promo on this because we put Major League stats on top and it's upside down. So kind of a neat thing also. And they were, I think this is kind of a great little pickup for my collection, because it's hard to find anything as far as the star cards go that I don't have yet. So going forward, I'll go ahead and show you this real quick. There's a couple game cards where Canseco's mentioned, and interestingly enough, you have him mentioned as Canseco here, Cansecco, but then on another card in the same set, it's Consecco. That's a common misspelling. So this is from like the 2001 Ultimate Trivia game, and I hate having to use the bigger top loaders for these, but it's just a little too tall for the top loader, for the regular size top loader. So a couple others that are really cool. These are some Topps Vault Photo Match pieces. They're not, I mean, they're really bulky. I mean, they're big, and they just kind of get thrown in the closet. But I really love these though. Personally, they're this one is a photo match from the 1989 Topps Mini Leaders card. And then this one is a photo match from the Topps advertisement card. And there's a couple other pictures that it kind of goes with, where the photographer maybe took a picture like 1 second before, 1 second after, and it went on the 88 Topps UK mini set, I believe, and one other set, if I remember correctly. If I had my doubles here, I would show you. But anyway, but it wasn't the exact same picture, so I had to actually look. And so his mouth is open just a little bit more on this one than those pictures, but it's the same as this. So it's kind of a neat little thing there to have that same picture. Now this doesn't have, neither of these have the Topps Vault stickers on the back, because this came from an actual former Topps employee. So I'm not sure how he got them. Maybe upon exiting they gave him some or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe they were going to scrap these. I don't know. But anyways, I personally love this stuff. I think it's fun to have those pieces, even though they're very clunky and everything. It's not as easy to store as the regular size pieces that you put in your regular baseball card boxes. But anyway, I also I picked up a bunch of I don't know if I want to do these or these next. Yeah, I'll kind of do them all in conjunction, I guess, here. So I picked up a bunch of printing plates from the Fleer bankruptcy, and there's been a lot of speculation of whether they're real or not. And so thankfully, I was able to talk to somebody who was actually at the Fleer bankruptcy auction, and he confirmed for me, yes, they in fact did sell printing plates, and the ones that he has matches similar to what I have. So that was really good news. Either way, they're cool pieces, but it was nice to be able to know that they did come from Fleer. So this one actually is a 2001 Fleer triple crown, which was autographed by Canseco, and this was actually a centerpiece of somebody else's collection that had actually just sold out recently. So he didn't want to get rid of it for a while. It was my understanding, like this was one of the main pieces of his collection, and so I didn't really bother. But I saw it on eBay, so it turned out he sold his entire collection and decided to pick up a Mike Trout autograph or something. So anyway, it was kind of neat because in the 19 plates that I picked up earlier, one or two of these variations of these printing plates were in that collection as well. So I guess I've got only one more to go to, complete the run of 4 for this year. So, show you a couple others that you've seen before, you might have forgotten. So this one I was going crazy over a couple weeks ago. I finally I got it in, and I finally integrated it into my site, and so it's beautiful. I love it. This is one of my favorite cards here. I love the holofoil that they use there, and just couldn't be happier with that card. So I took a card that was a BGS 9.5, and I busted it out of the case. It's a 1999 Ultimate Victory 1 of 1 gold, and here it is. I'm very happy with this. It is. I wish I could show how nice this is on camera, or in hand on the camera, but it's incredible. It's an incredible card. This might be one of my top 5 favorite as far as most beautiful cards go. Certainly top 5 in the 90s. So, it's a really, really cool card. It's really trippy also, just the gold kind of swirly type of whatever they have. So, I just want to show you that it's not a new card, but it's kind of new again to me because of, me having busted it out. And I'm very happy that I did, because it fits in my box nicely now instead of, sideways and all that in the BGS holder. So, I also got this. This is a Golden Graphs 5-star out of 50. This is the last one I needed to complete my 10 or 12 card rainbow, save for the 1 of 1s. They're numbered out of 5. There's a silver version of this also. There's a silver and gold out of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 50, I believe it is. So it's a pretty big run, and it's a beautiful type card. So it's kind of funny that the highest number 1 was the last one they had to get, aside from, again, the 1 of 1. So, which, I know where one of the 1 of 1s is. I don't know if the other one will ever surface. So, anyway, here is an immaculate hollow foil blue out of 5. So that's kind of a cool card there. 2001 Fleer Triple Crown. This is a purple. This is a retail. This only came in retail boxes, and they came in at 1 a box. So it's kind of like the same deal with the 2001 Donruss career stat lines, I believe. The career stat line? No, credits. Credits out of 100. Donruss had a couple of variations of those. They had this beautiful foil type card, and they had kind of a crummy retail looking product. And I've seen so many of the beautiful foil versions, but not the crummy retail looking one for Donruss. I'm still missing one of them, actually. It's numbered to 100. And it's kind of funny to think that I've never seen one that's numbered out of 100. But anyway, this one is like rarely seen. I don't know if anybody else has this. I'm not sure that I know of anyhow. So sure, there's several others in people's boxes, but the story goes that when it comes to the retail products that were distributed to like Walgreens and all those other places back in the early 2000s, if they didn't sell, they would throw them out. And plus, on top of that, a lot of these cards, if they would stay in packs, they would stick together. So it makes these retail cards very, very, very difficult to find. And so I'm very happy to have the purple version. It's really, really cool. It's definitely one of those sleeper type cards where you look at it and it doesn't look like it's anything, but you come to find out that it's actually really, really rare. Here is my final star promo card that I needed for my run. It's the 1991 silver. It says it's out of 400, but I had never seen one before. And this one actually went mega cheap, and I'm very happy with it. There are a few touches of some issues there as far as the corners go, but very happy to have this one. This is the final piece of the Star Promo Collection. The promo cards, I think there's, maybe 50 of them or so. I don't know. There's quite a few. I could be wrong. Or maybe there's only 25. I don't know. But I've been looking for this one for quite a while, so I'm glad this one popped up. we're only have about 5 more cards here, so I'll kind of go through this. This is a 2002 Topps Chrome black refractor. Very beautiful card. I hadn't seen this up for sale before, and so I had to try my best to get this, and I'm happy I was able to. Completes my rainbow for this card as well. This is Canseco's last Topps card from his playing days, and it's the lowest number Expos card I believe that he has. And yeah, it's not my favorite black refractor of his. My favorite black refractor of his, I think, is probably Topps retired refractor autograph, which it's an uncirculated card, and if I remember correctly, I guess it's considered an uncirculated card. But anyhow. But my favorite black refractor that's not autographed of his, I guess. How about that? So I guess, unless I'm missing something. So this is another 90s card. This is a Diamond Axis. This is one of my favorite 90s cards, but the thing that's different about this, and by the way, this has kind of almost like a superfractor finish, which predates the superfractor by maybe close to 10 years. But you look on the back, it says XX of 50. This is an executive promo, or an executive prototype, or whatever you want to call it. So executive sample maybe. So I have the regular version of this, but I picked this up as well, and I love these different variations, so I'm very happy with that one there. I love the die cut that they did. So here is 2016 Topps Walmart autograph. Now the important thing to note about this is that this is the 1 of 1. There's only one like this that has the black back and the serial number stamping, which is kind of weird because it's the same card that they have of the 25 and the 99, and I don't think they have them numbered, but the only difference is on the back it says 1 of 1 and it's black, so it's kind of nutty. I mean, we're used to this kind of stuff from Topps and Panini and Leaf, but that's how it goes. But I'm very happy to have it. I love the A7 Topps card, and I try to get my hand on as many variations of the A7 Rookie Cup version as I can. So that was cool. And it's funny that this 1 of 1 isn't like the star of the show. I've got my 2 favorites coming up here, and I'll be done. But anyway, so this one right here, 2000 Upper Deck Commemorative Legends. It's gold. It's 1 of 1. It doesn't have the serial number, but it's the 1 of 1 version, and it's gorgeous. It's got the gold foil stamping here. It's gold hollow foil all around, and it really pops. It's very nice. I wish my camera would do a better job of showing how wonderful looking these cards are, but it doesn't, and so that's okay though. On CansecoCollector.com, the scans do it so much better of a job as far as showing how gorgeous this card is. So I didn't think that I was going to lay in this. I thought this was actually long gone. So when it popped up, I was very happy to have picked it up. And last but not least, this card coming up is a top 3 in my want list. I've wanted this card very badly ever since I started collecting hardcore, and I'll go ahead and just show it. Here it is. 1997 Pinnacle Totally Certified Platinum Gold. And I've got to tell you, I am mega happy that I was able to pick this up. The etched foil, the gold that goes with the team colors, the hollow foil logo, I appreciate all that. Heck, even the peel off is right side up, so that's kind of a cool little thing. Now, this doesn't have a serial number on it, so all the other ones I've ever seen, and I've only seen 2 other Cansecos, but out of any of these others that I've seen, all of them are serial numbered to 30. And so this could be maybe like an executive promo or a replacement or something as well. But the same card, it's just probably there's significantly less of the ones without the serial number than with. So that's kind of an added bonus. I would like to get a version with the serial number as well, of course. But man, this is super to have picked up first. I'll show you the back as well there. So And that does it. I've gone over a half hour on these pieces here, so I'll go ahead and let you all go. I'm sure you're probably half of y'all are half asleep after this. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, and I hope you all have a great day.